Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Joey.plug from BodegaBoyzYGO. Back at it again with another deck profile. Today's deck profile is going to be Heroes. Without further ado, let's jump on it, man. All right, so for Heroes, we're going to be playing 3 Stratos. This is pretty much your searcher, your bread and butter for the deck. This gets hit with Ash, it sucks. But yeah, play 3 of because it's great. Play the 1 Liquid Soldier. You'll need to play the 1 of for that card advantage. And Ab Zero and Acid plays. We played the 3 Faris. This is another combo starter right here. We also played the 2 Increase. This is the extend that combo even more. And then the last Vision Hero we play is the 2 Vions. These are all pretty much set in one combo to get your big combos going. I think that's a perfect ratio to play, honestly. Especially with the cards you play in this deck. I do play the 2 Shadow Mists to set you up to get some stuff, and it's just great overall. For the D heroes, we do play the 2 Malicious, 1 Denier, 1 Plasma, and the 1 Dark Angel. I think this is just about right with what you need to play when it comes to Destiny heroes. Don't think any more than this, honestly. Kind of wish Malicious was a 3, but that's not happening. We know better. Then we do play the 1 Evil Hero, Dusted Gold. This is just to get your Dark Calling and set your Bane play up. Now for hand traps, I only really play Infinite Impermanence. It's all you need to play, just to kind of out the Call by the Grave. It's still a really solid card in this format, so can't go wrong there. Now on to spells, we do play the 3 E-Calls. This and Stratos pretty much gets your monsters to your hand. Same thing with Rhoda, it's just pretty much a 4th E-Call. I do play triple Fusion Destiny. DPE, baby, what can I say? I want to see it on board. I want it to be my opponent's main focus when I set up the rest of the board. So definitely 3 of these. I do play 2 Super Polys. I think 2's perfectly fine for this deck. You don't have to go crazy. These are really used more in this deck to break your opponent's board and to like set up more of your board, to be honest. So I do play the 1 Poly. I am debating about playing a second one, so I might bump this up to 2, honestly, moving forward. I play the 1 Hero Lives. There's decks that play 2 and 3. I think 1 is fine, honestly. You don't want to use this card too much, and then your opponent catches you lacking and just games you because you paid half your life points. I do play the 1 Miracle Fusion. You only need the 1 because you search it out with Sunrise. It's perfect for Ab Zero plays. Then the 1 Dark Calling, you only play the Bane for it, so just 1 of each pretty much. I do play 3 Mass Changes. I might just cut this to 2 to play that second Poly. I think 3 is a little heavy for this deck, so I think I'll leave it at 2. I do play 2 Triple Tactics in the main deck. This is always good to play, good to just take your opponent's monster, rip a card out, draw 2, The deck searches a lot, so it's not gonna have a monster problem. I'll play the 1 Foolish for the Mist. I think it's a good card. It's not mandatory to play it. You can always sub it out for something. It's not, why not? Play the 1 Call by the Grave. I feel like this is just necessary in pretty much almost any deck. Just to help slow down some stuff. And then since it's Heroes and it's all Warriors, I'm playing the triple rivalries in the main deck. Just disrupt your opponent as much as you can. Play the deck at your pace, not theirs. And yeah. Now for the extra deck, we are playing 2 Cross Crusaders. Definitely need to play 2 of these. This card definitely lets you extend into bigger plays for sure, so I think 2 is a good number. We do play the 1 Wonder Driver. This is why I felt comfortable playing the 1 Poly, because you can just recycle it with Wonder Driver, but I also don't want to solely rely on that, so that's why I think 2 Polys in the deck is perfect. It'll be the best symmetry to have for the deck. Sometimes you do have to par Poly just to make a board. I do play the 1 Decimator. Decimator is actually really good. You can end up with this on their board or a couple monsters under it. It could be a problem. And it's easy to make in this deck because you just spam the field. I do play the 1 Sunrise. Sunrise is self-explanatory. You just use this to kind of, if you have the liquid in hand, you know, you just fuse liquid and whatever with this. Make this get the Miracle. Miracle leads into Ab Zero. And Ab Zero, you know, once it leaves the board, you pretty much nuke your opponent. They can't do much about that. Play the 1 DPE. I kind of wish I could play 2. I mean, technically I can if I want to. I might, low-key, play the second one just to kind of mess with my opponent. So I play the 3 Destiny Fusion, so I might as well play 2, right? I'll play the 1 Dystopia. I'll play the 1 Dangerous for the rest of the Destiny heroes. Maybe, I don't know, I kind of want to keep Dystopia, so I might take out Dangerous for a second DPE. I'm always tweaking the deck to see what works best, so you know. I don't play the Honest Neos. I was debating about it. I'm gonna teeter between Dark Angel and Honest Neos, honestly, just to see what works best. So for the Max Hero lineup, I do play 2 Dark Laws. This is really, really good right now, especially with Tier Elements being a thing. They can resolve. They don't have a grave. And then I do play the 1 Acid for when I can combo off into Absolute and Mass Change into Acid just to clean their whole board out. So yeah, that's why I said 2 Mass Change, because I'm not really gonna ever make all 3 of these in one game. So I think 2 is fine. Now then I play the 1 Malicious Bane. This is a tank. This is another nuker right here. Pretty solid. You always want to kind of like put this on board just to give him a hard time with the DPE. And then yeah, my super play targets would be the Venom and the Drixopalia. That's really it. This is more for just decks that play Dark, Tier Elements, branded. Likewise for the Predaplant. And yeah, guys, that's the deck. I don't really have a side deck for this deck, because this is more of a fun deck that could be played competitively, I guess, technically. But yeah, I don't really have a side deck for this deck. If I would make one, you guys can definitely comment with some text for the side deck, potential text. Give me some ideas. Definitely make sure I have some spottage removal for the back row, for sure. Yeah, I don't know. Could play whatever, honestly. In the side deck, I don't really play. This deck doesn't really play hand traps. That's the thing. So it's like it would have to be something that complements the deck. Like, you know, Lightning Storm would be good. Evenly Matches maybe. Yeah, guys, just let me know if you guys give me some ideas for the side deck. We can put something together. Who knows? It's like staple stuff, you know what I mean? I think that's what helps this deck more for the side deck purposes. So let's test 1 quick hand or 2, and then we see what we got. So let's see. Boom, boom. Not the best hand, to be honest. Not the best hand, but we can work with this. We're gonna E-Call. You definitely want to pray you don't get ashed, even though in this format there's not really many people playing Ash, so you're good. Other thing, you're gonna probably see a Bestial come after your graveyard, because pretty much every deck is playing Bestials right now. So who knows? Maybe in the side deck you can play Bestials too for heroes. It's available, but you don't really have to do it. You summon Stratos. You're gonna search. You're gonna search the Ferris. You're gonna get your combo started. Alright, so let's show the combo off. You use Ferris effect, you're gonna pitch Mist. You're gonna summon Ferris, you're gonna trigger Mist as chain 2, Ferris is chain 1, you wanna save that. So Mist will get you something that you can use in your hand. Also, you get the Liquid Soldier, that's fine. It's perfect for this build right here. Then you get the increase right here. Don't know why I'm shuffling. Gonna go back in there. Increase effect, you pop the Ferris, summon increase. Increase effect, summon the Vion. Summon the Vion. Then you trigger Vion's effect. Thankfully it says any hero, so you can actually, in this specific situation, because you have the mist already kind of set up, you just send the malicious, you know? You can extend your play for the duel, for this duel. So yeah, you're gonna do that. You're gonna activate Violence effect. You're gonna banish the mist. You're gonna get that poly to hand. And you're almost pretty much good to go. All right. So we're gonna link these off. Boom. Cross Crusader. Boom. So you summon the Cross Crusader. Then you target the Malicious Engrave. Special summon it. Doesn't really matter where, you special summon it. So now, you can just straight up, well, you do a couple things here. You could definitely Cross Crusader to add to hand hero. In that situation, you could probably do that. You could just Cross Crusader effect, pop the Malicious, check your deck. There's a couple, you have a couple of choices here. Since this does say hero, in this situation you can add the evil hero, or you can add pretty much anything that you want, something that you feel like you'll need in the future. But yeah, evil hero is fine. Just sets your board for the next turn, if need be. So then you have that. Perfecto. The hand is still huge, by the way. You're gonna poly the liquid and the Stratos. Just make sure they're two different attributes for the Sunrise. Just for those that haven't played the deck, you know, you gotta say it. You summon the Sunrise. You can summon it anywhere, it doesn't really matter. Sunrise effects lets you, well, you have two effects going off here. You have the Liquid Soldier and the Sunrise. You can do Liquid, chain 2, Sunrise, chain 1. Gotta protect those searches, you know? So you can shuffle this real quick. I'm gonna draw 2, discard 1. Hey man, if you got the Fusion Destiny, you're set. You didn't, but you got cards. In this situation, you want to pitch the Denier. Don't need it. You go E-Call again, because you know, you have it, might as well. You wanna get Shadow Mist, just for fun. Doesn't even have to be Shadow Mist, but you know, that's what I would get personally. And then you resolve, well, before the E-Call, you gotta resolve the Sunrise, I forgot. But yeah, you get your Miracle as well. That's what happens when you're moving your brain like everywhere. You drop the Evil Hero. Evil Hero gets you the good old Dark Calling, if I can find it. Boom. You're not even close to being done. So then you banish your Malicious, because you haven't even touched that yet. Banish Malicious. Summon the second Malicious. Boom. Doesn't matter where. Link these off. Boom. You want to link those off. Summoning Decimator. Boom. Now your Sunrise has that second effect where they gain attack for different monsters with attributes, including itself. So it's already an extra 400 on both of them. And then Decimator increases their attack as well, I believe, for every hero in the grave. So they're just buffing each other right now. Then when you do that, I don't know if you want to do that. You could use the Denier effect to kind of just have it on board if you want to. The reason I say that is because you're going to recycle, use this effect to summon it. You recycle the Malicious top of your deck, the one that's banished, of course. You would save that second malicious. Definitely want to save. You could save it or you could not, depending if you're going to search your deck again. If you don't, I would say use the malicious effect again to banish and special in the deck. Because it's not a hard once per turn, so you know. Why not? For sure. Reason I say that is just because your hand does have a super poly, you can kind of maneuver a little bit around it. You could definitely go Miracle Fusion. You're not gonna get the Liquid Soldier effect again, obviously, but banish that. You can banish literally anything. It doesn't really matter. That for the Ab-Zero. Summon the Ab-Zero on the Decimator. And then you end your turn just by setting. You set down the Super Poly. You set down the Infinite. Pass turn. So now you have a couple disruptions here, and you still have the Dark Hauling in hand, just so you know, as a follow-up for the next turn. You have a couple disruptions here happening. If they want to respond to anything, if they want to do stuff, one, you have the Impermanence, so that's already stopping them to some degree. You have Absolute, Sunrise, and Decimator, all over 3K easily. So they're all problems for him, especially the Ab-Zero. And you have the Super Poly. So Super Poly for you could work in two different ways in this specific setup right here on the board. You can either Super Poly your own stuff with their dark targets to make Starving Venom, or which is another thing you can recommend. You can let them set their board up, then you Super Poly. If they have a dark target, you just Super Poly your Ab-Zero and their dark target, make the Predaplant. You can place the Predaplant over here, doesn't really matter. Clean their board out. They won't have much they can do with that. They might take care of one or two of these, that's fine. On your next turn, you're gonna draw. You have a Reinforcement. You also have the Dark Hauling. You can pretty much game them if they don't have anything in response. In this situation, I would say they get rid of what, one or two of these, that's fine. They're gonna have a hard time getting rid of this if I Ab-Zero them. You just Reinforcements. I would definitely reinforce into the Shadows because it doesn't always come up, but Shadows does have that pop-in effect, and if you have enough heroes on board, it could be really good. You could Dark Hauling right after. So that's why you play the 3 Pharises, because you know Pharis is always gonna have that high level, so you just banish the Pharis and the Evo hero. You summon the Bane. Definitely under Decimator, so he's already going to be almost at 4K, if not over 4K already. You summon Shadows under Decimator. You have a couple things here. So now you have multiple monsters with different attributes. You have 3 right now, I believe. So, you know, Shadows is pretty much almost at 3K, if not at 3K. And you have Shadows effect to pop back row, or search. Since you have 3 heroes, you can pop 3 back rows, up to 3 back rows. So if they have back row presence after the Ab-Zero, you just pop their back row and just go for game at this point, to be honest. Especially with Bane, because you punch with Bane, they nukes the board and then you just punch with everything else and you game. But yeah, that's only like wishful thinking that you can do all this. Because, you know, tier 0 decks are annoying, but this deck is still really powerful. It's just, it pales a little bit with other decks right now in the format. But yeah, guys, that was the deck. So yeah, remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, the videos. We thank you guys for all the support. Our goal is definitely to hit 40 subs by the end of the month. Once we hit 50 subs, I'm going to be doing a special opening with the channel for everybody. So stay tuned on that. And again, guys, this is Joey.plug from BodegaBoyzYGO signing out. Thank you. Peace.